From childhood in Los Angeles to the first commercial. You know me as Brian from Fast and Furious. But before the souped-up cars and action scenes, I was just a blonde-haired kid raised in the San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles. Have you ever wondered how someone who loved the ocean and dreamed of being a marine biologist ended up becoming a symbol of speed in cinema? I was born in 1973, the son of a contractor and a former model. My mom put me in commercials as a baby. At 2 years old, I was already in diaper ads. At 11, I got my first serious role in the series Highway to Heaven. My face was known on TV before I even understood the weight of fame. At school, I was the kind of kid who preferred surfing over the spotlight. I practiced judo, played football, and loved camping. I liked the simple life. Acting was just a job, not a passion. I made appearances in several productions: Throb, Charles in Charge, Touched by an Angel. And even with all that, real fame was still distant. The 90s were marked by roles in teen movies. I acted in Pleasantville, She's All That, and Varsity Blues. My name was starting to circulate, but I was still just that handsome blonde guy. Nothing more than that. I wasn't Paul Walker, the star. And the world didn't know I existed yet. When Brian O'Connor changed everything. It was 2001 and my life was about to change forever. I received the invitation to play Brian O'Connor, an undercover cop in the street racing underworld. It was just another action movie, or so everyone thought. But Fast and Furious exploded like lightning. Suddenly, I was more than a heartthrob. I was a symbol of speed, loyalty, and adrenaline. My chemistry with Vin Diesel was real. Off camera, we became brothers. Our relationship wasn't rehearsed, it was natural. Fans felt that. And that first installment turned into a multimillion-dollar franchise. Movie after movie, the races became bolder, the risks greater, and the emotion more intense. But what many didn't see was the price it came with. With fame came pressure, contracts, interviews, expectations. I liked acting, but I didn't live for it. Every action scene I filmed reminded me of what I truly loved: adventure, adrenaline, and most of all, freedom. Brian was part of me, but I was more than him. And that's when I started asking myself if Hollywood was really where I wanted to be. Success was there, but so was the emptiness. My soul longed for something bigger, more genuine, more human. The true passion, the ocean, animals, and life off camera. While everyone talked about my movies, I only thought about the sea. My dream had always been to be a marine biologist. Acting was an opportunity that came early, but my true passion was something else. I could spend hours in silence watching the ocean, studying sharks, diving in untouched places. That's where I felt alive, whole, connected. I got involved with environmental conservation organizations. I wanted to use my fame for something that mattered. People saw me as an action star, but they didn't know I spent days away from everything, on exploration trips, saving species, and cleaning beaches. That was more real to me than any Hollywood scene. I created the Reach Out Worldwide Foundation after the earthquake in Haiti in 2010. I brought together doctors, engineers, and specialists to work in disaster zones. It was my way of making a difference. While the spotlights shone on the cars and explosions, my soul lit up helping real people in desperate situations. I knew time was limited. I wanted to live it intensely, with purpose. Off camera, that's where I truly existed. Being a father changed everything. Nothing in my life compared to the day I held my daughter in my arms for the first time. Meadow completely changed how I saw the world. Suddenly, everything that seemed important of fame, money, status, lost its shine in the face of that innocent gaze. Being a father gave me purpose, made me more human. I did everything I could to keep her away from the spotlight. I wanted her to have a normal childhood different from mine. We shared simple moments like walking on the beach, watching old movies, or just talking under the sunset. It was with her that I found peace. It was with her that I understood who I truly was. Even though I traveled a lot for filming, I made sure to be present. I took red-eye flights, left shoots early, all to be by her side. Every one of her laughs was a victory. Every hug, a reminder that I was on the right path. With Meadow, I understood the true meaning of legacy. It wasn't about what I would leave at the box office, but about the love I cultivated while I was still here. When fame weighs more than it's worth. Fame has a glow that attracts, but it also burns. At first, the events, magazine covers, and recognition were exciting. But over time, I realized how much it pulled me away from my essence. I became a public figure, a brand, and no longer a human being. I didn't like red carpets, I preferred flip-flops, shorts, and a good day of surfing. While others chased bigger contracts and more exposure, I sought silence and authenticity. The industry demanded an image that wasn't always real. They expected me to be a hero 24/7, but I made mistakes too. I suffered too. I had doubts too. That's why I started turning down roles. I wanted to choose projects that made sense. Films that didn't just entertain but represented me. Some said I was wasting opportunities. I saw it as preserving who I was. Fame gives you everything, except time, and that was what I valued most. Time with my daughter, time at sea, time helping others. That was the most precious treasure I could have. The last day, the last ride. November 30th, 2013, I woke up early as usual. I had a charity event for my foundation, Reach Out Worldwide. It was just another regular day of humanitarian work, something I did with joy and dedication. I reunited with friends, took pictures, smiled. I was at peace. Roger Rodas, my friend and business partner, was with me. We went out for a quick drive, something we often did. The red Porsche raced through the streets of Santa Clarita. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but in seconds, everything changed. The crash, the explosion, the silence. My body didn't survive. The news spread across the world. Fans, friends, colleagues cried. My daughter lost her father, the industry lost an icon. But more than that, the world lost a human being who still had so much to do. My time here was cut short, but my mission didn't end. Because what we build with love, with truth, continues even after we're gone. The legacy I left. I wasn't just an actor, I was a passionate father, an ocean advocate, a volunteer in nature's war zones. I was someone who chose to live with purpose. My career gave me fame, but it was off camera that I found meaning. Reach Out Worldwide is still active. My daughter Meadow, with strength and courage, follows a path that fills me with pride. The world keeps watching Fast and Furious, but now they also know the man behind the character, my mistakes, my choices, my passions. The legacy I left isn't just in box office numbers. It's in every life touched by a kind gesture, in every animal saved in the ocean, in every father who chooses to be present, in every person who decides to live authentically. That was my story, a life of speed, but also of depth. And if I could leave one message, it would be this: live with truth, with courage, and with an open heart. Time is short, but the impact can be eternal. And if this story moved you, just imagine how many more we're going to uncover here. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss a single journey told by the very ones who lived it from beginning to end.